Yo, 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 what up, peeps? I'm back. A little bit longer than I planned on being gone for, but, you know, what can you do? I just realized I had a different fucking stream title that I was going to use today, but I'll use it tomorrow, I guess. Or Wednesday, or not Wednesday. Tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, I don't like that. That's a weird flavor. Oh, it's fucking chilly in my apartment, man. Are you fucking serious? A guilty late already? I haven't used like a dagger in so long. I picked up those and they're actually pretty decent. So I was like, you know what, let's try it out. It's weird because they're red, but actually now I think about it, aren't like the yellow ones called like Ripper or something like that? I don't know. Oh, I didn't even see that red box. Another red slot, maybe? Yo. Look at this, we stocked up now. Keep like hitting that third hit too early. I get like the 2 hits off and then the third one's too early. Oh shit. Oh shit. 2 mess ups in a row. Forgot about the shift, went to pop the shift and hit photon blast up. I didn't realize, like, these guys, like, their drop rate's, like, absurdly low, too, for, like, the amount that there are. So, theoretically, you know, if we get, like, the Pan Arms drops, we'll probably switch quests to get the slime drops. Because it's, like, a 1 in, like, 1900, and there's, like, not that many, per run. I'm gonna get hit, but whatever. The thing, like, I was like sitting there like looking at it, and we get 7 Pan Arms per run, right? And we can do like a run in about 25 minutes, like if we're going quickly. And we need parity is like 1,050 Pan Arms, and like the math like ends up being like 62 hours of just farming for Pan Arms. And like this is like the most efficient quest for Pan Arms, so it's just like I feel like we should focus on that, you know. Because the other thing is those Pan Arms are only in Caves 3, whereas like the slimes are in Caves 2 and Caves 3. So I do know there's like a quest on, I want to say it's like Waterfall Tears, maybe. It's like one of the Black Paper Order quests. There's a, you can like telepipe glitch through a wall and get like a bunch more slimes. So I don't know if that'd be quicker. Well, I mean, obviously it'd be quicker than this, but I don't know if it'd be like... quicker than just like rerunning that quest over and over, you know? But either way, we might, you know, it's hard to say, like, we might just get that item while farming Pan Arms. It's like, that's like why like I like to target like the harder item to drop, you know? The same thing like when I was farming normal ruins, you know, I was doing the quest that had the gunners. Before I did a quest that was more efficient for the Bell Sabers. So you might get it along the way. I'm actually curious how many slimes are on this mission. That's the other thing too, is like there are slimes on Caves 3 on this mission. It's not just Caves 2. Like, this Dulvermer drop isn't that bad. I'm surprised we haven't got that yet. I'm slightly surprised we haven't gotten Sange yet. But I think we're still under parity for Sange, technically. Sange. And then, like, Red Sword, like, that's a pretty rare drop. But also, there's a better quest you can do for that one as well. He's gonna split. I messed up there. It's not a big deal. I think this box in the middle spawns enemies, by the way. So it definitely does, but I think you have to destroy a box. Yeah. Okay. Good to know. Have to destroy that box. Every single time these things spawn, they start off red, and I'm like, oh, it's a rare slime. Lava's Cannon. Damn it. Yo! Fuck yeah! You got a Sange? Sange? Well, that was nice. It sucks that these things are terrible, the katana class. Okay, so also, we have to start splitting the pan arms now. I don't know why I always bring up the thing for that. I think this thing hits hard too, if I remember right. 2183. Okay, so it's weaker than Lavis is. Oh my god, it's so weak. And yeah, I know that these guys have like high armor, but it's still weak. Why'd I walk into that? At least we have a good way to split these guys. There we go. That's close. The other thing too is technically our runs will go slightly slower. Splitting them. Not much, but... Edit stream title. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna check. So there's 13 slimes in this. So theoretically... you know, going by pure parity, we should still get the slime drop before we get like all the paint arm drops. Waterfall Tears is not the quest I was thinking of because that doesn't have any slimes at all. Black Paper has 8. That's terrible. Secret Debris has 5. That's terrible. Level Blacksmith has 11. It's not bad. Okay, here we go. Letter from Lionel has 11. And Caves 2 alone. So that's pretty good. So theoretically, like that would be like the one to farm. I thought there was a better one than that. I think you can go straight to Caves 2 for Letter from Lionel, can't you? I don't know. So yeah. Either way, we still need a lot of paint arms. So, don't get me wrong, it's nice to get Sanj, but the other two are 1 in 700 drops, whereas Sanj is a 1 in 350 drop. So, we got like the more common one. So we can drop these, drop this. Masters. I mean, I'm not going to use that. It's Masters. Just leave it there. Look how pretty it is in the picture. We're taking this up, by the way. That should be 1525. And the reason we're taking this up is because I'll switch to this in Mines, because I actually use the demo comment. We don't have anything better than it. We get a 5-5 log. Be nice, Tucker. There it is. Sanj. We're almost full of photon drops. We'll have to start carrying them around. I was doing something else in here. I can't remember like what. Thanks Twitch for letting me watch this. And you don't like to watch in 160p? Oh, that's what I was doing. I was getting more escape dolls. We're getting rid of this stuff. We don't need this. No. I kind of thought about, like, when I'm done with this character, quote unquote, like, playing like an online character, or like, at least playing online, like this DLC quest, you know? I don't know, man. Like, if I'm playing like online, I kind of like want to play like a Phinia, or like, it's probably just because I haven't played it much, you know. Or Phantasy Star Universe. Honestly, like, once I get to episode 2, I'm sure, like, I think that's gonna probably break me, you know? Because a lot of those, like, hunts are, like, way worse. I don't know. I thought about taking this character online too if I ever complete the hunts. Just to show off, you know? But then again, like, even if I did that, like, what am I going to show off? You know, I already have Lava's Cannon, which is arguably like the rarest thing I can get for that I can equip. You know? And plus, like, Lava's Cannon is, like, not even as, like, rare as, like, double cannon. So theoretically, if I want to show off, I'd farm that up. Or honestly, being like level 200 is kind of a show off. Another one, Kite? What do you got now? Another Gymcraft game, lol. Is Gymcraft Frostborn Wrath, is that newer or older than the other one? Just curious. That's peculiar that you'd have me play the old one first. How new is it? Because like the other one was like 10 years old. It's a Flash game? Interesting. I thought Flash was like dead. Or no, I guess it's, I think it's Java I'm thinking of. Java's dead. Oh, I was right the first time then. That's cool though, I like that game. Well, I like the second one anyways. I'm assuming the third one's I don't know if it's the third one or what, but I assume it's better, you know. Yeah, you said that suppressing one wasn't good at all. And like, I mean, like when I stopped using it, like I did start doing better, so. I was gonna say, you know, same thing as the last one though. Thursday, Fridays, you know, those are my days off. I do have some plans Thursday morning, but you know, basically the same thing. You know, I'm sure I'll be free by noon or 1 p.m. Eastern. You know, or if I get called off tomorrow, which I've been getting called off quite a bit recently, so. Like, I got called off today and Saturday, so it's just like, it's kind of peculiar. And I'm the opposite. I keep waking up earlier. I don't know, I'm probably dying or something. I always like feel weird like when I don't sleep like a lot, you know? Like I feel like normal and alert and everything. It's not like anything like that, but like paranoid, I guess. Hypochondriac. Like, oh, I'm not sleeping, you know, 8 hours. I must be must have some sort of illness. Man, I don't know if if you are a fan of it at all, but like the original creator of RuneScape came out with a new MMO, Andrew Gower, called Brighter Shores, and the game's like weirdly fun, but like I wouldn't say it's like a good game, but like I feel like RuneScape would probably like this game because it's, you know, like a lot of skills and a lot of grinding and like a good questing system that as in just go kill 10 sheep or whatever. But I was looking at stream, watching this guy who was trying to be like world first combat skills maxed, and he was behind the other guy like a little bit, just pure XP, because he's like, the other guy's been sleeping like 3 hours a day. And I'm just like, dude, I don't understand how those guys do that. Like, even like the games like I love, I can't sit there and play them 21 hours a day and then sleep for 3 hours and play 21 hours a day. Let alone a game like that, like where it's just pure grind, you know? There's barely anything past the grinding. It's like a lot of the game, from like what I see, is like grinding like more efficiently. I'm not hating on the game. Like, I played it like a few hours like the first day, and like I actively like wanted to play it more, so I did. And then like I've still been thinking about like playing that game, but like, one, I like that game is like, to me, like not like good stream content like at all. And two, like if I was playing that game, I'm pretty sure like it'd just be like so I can like watch like YouTube or whatever on my second monitor. And like I know I don't have like the free time like those guys do, like to play 21 hours a day and sleep 3 hours a day. So like I'm never gonna like compete for like, you know, top of leaderboards, even if there are leaderboards, or, you know, I'm not gonna break content or anything like that. Like I already feel behind, even though I've only, you know, the game's been out for like a week. So the only other option, you know, is basically wait until like new content comes out. But like you can't like, I guess like the only way you could prepare for like new content in that game is like to grind up money, because money is like the only thing that is cross episodes. Like all the skills like reset, like your gear resets. I don't know. I still think the game's fun. It's just, no, the whole reason I bring that up though is just like the sleep schedule thing though. It blows my mind. I almost like want to play that game, but like, it's like you were saying though, like with a lot of those grindy games, like you don't really get like a sense of like what they are until you're like 10, 20, 50, 100 hours into it. Sometimes even more than that. Like, I think like if you got to like level 20 in World of Warcraft, which is, you know, like an experienced player can do that in like, you know, 10 hours or whatever, but like a new player, it's going to take like 20 hours to do. I think like at that point, like you're going to understand, be like, okay, I don't like this game, you know, or I do like this game. You can make a choice on it, but some MMOs, like you can like literally tell within like a couple hours, it's just like, okay, I don't like this combat system like at all. Like, why would I play this? Other MMOs, like you can't tell until it's like endgame, like New World. I thoroughly enjoyed New World until you got to endgame. And then you're like, okay, I don't like this endgame system at all. But at that point, you've already spent like 40 hours, 50 hours, whatever, to get to endgame. I think that's like a lot of reasons like MMOs like don't work anymore. Because people don't want to make that time investment. That sunk cost fallacy. Like, there's a reason I had like a super hard time finally like uninstalling World of Warcraft. Like, I was already not playing it like at all. Had my subscription active for like the longest time, and then I canceled my subscription. Still had the game installed though, in case I wanted to like reactivate my subscription and play more. I'm just like, wait a second, like let's just uninstall this game. Like, let's not go back to it. And not, even now, they have this like new information, like a, I think they call it a direct. I believe tomorrow, where they're announcing like all sorts of new stuff, and if the leaks are true, then like I want to go back and play it again. It's just like, why? Why do I keep letting them take my time from me? They're like a like they're a greedy corporation. Like they like don't treat like their customers well. The thing that kills me like the most is the fact that like all the moderation is like automated now. So like people sit there and they spam like report people for like whatever reason, and like they'll get banned. And of course like the people who like didn't do anything wrong will appeal that ban, but then like it's like impossible to actually get like an actual person to like review like their ban. Like that's a lot of like the reason that killed me. Like I never got banned or anything, but I don't want to piss off the wrong person and then start like a fucking Corral Mafia to get me banned. Or, you know, them releasing a $90 MAU is pretty egregious to me. And then, like, the fan base justifying it kills me, too. That was the first one, wasn't it? I just realized I'm not. I need to split them now. I don't know, you know. Dude, that's half the reason I won't play like Lost Ark. Is the randomized crafting crap. Like, oh yeah, I want to sit there and spend, you know, weeks doing these dailies, these repetitive dailies, to get materials, to try to craft an upgrade, and to have that thing fail. Like that, oh, that sounds so fun to me. Like, what the fuck? Like, sorry, but like, who thinks that's a good idea? And it's like an Asian thing, like East MMO market. No. My shift, I need to put my slippers back on. It's getting cold. Really? He just glitched. He glitched himself in a wall. He had to respawn. What great AI. Bonk. Isn't there another one that spawns in here? Yeah. Oh. I think HUnewearl had something like that too with their affix system. It's been so long since I played that game. I mean, that's like also like an action RPG, like Last Epoch, Diablo, Path of Exile. Those all have that type of system. Split. I wasn't sure if it did enough damage. The nice thing with an ultimate, I don't really like run the risk of killing them trying to split them. I say ultimate, I mean like caves, because VR spaceship. I do wonder if I crit him a lot. I'd probably kill him if I did that. $937. Just a little bit of damage. Yeah, all those ARPGs have that too. Like it's not like a star system like that. It's like a stat range. You get like, I mean, even PSO. Fuck. Even PSO has that, you know. It's kind of ad break, so. No, I was gonna say, even PSO has a system like that, though. Like, you know, like an armor drops, and it's got like a range of stats that it can be. You know, it can be like 5 DFP to like 40 DFP bonus or something like that. You know, like that's like the whole thing with my armor that I have, where technically I would have had like a better armor. More than likely, I had a better armor if I would have farmed one from Seabed. But since I didn't farm it from Seabed, it's like weaker, you know? That's just like an RPG thing, you know? Like having like a stat range. Yeah, no, I'm saying like stat ranges though, like that's just like an RPG thing. That's my point. That doesn't like bother me too much, I guess. That's like min-maxing, you know? It's like the whole thing, like where, you know, it takes 10% effort to get 90% of the way there and 90% more effort to get the last 10% or whatever. It's the same thing for like min-maxing. I suppose I forgot to... My Discord's not open. Yeah, I don't know. I think like for an RPG to be like good, like there needs to be a way that like people can enjoy it in the short term, and people can enjoy it like in the long term. You need both. I think that's like a lot of the reason like a lot of RPGs fail because they only cater to like one crowd. You know, it's either like the casuals or the hardcores. You need both. And if it's like a really good MMO or RPG, it caters like to a middle ground too, like that. You know, is kind of between the two. What is this guy's job? Isn't it Double Saber? No, it's Red Slicer, I think. Oh yeah, Red Slicer. What do you got? 0%. That sucks, man. I'd actually love like a higher percentage Red Slicer. I think that thing's actually pretty good. Although, I do have that... What, Rainbow Baton? Is that what it's called? The Magic Stone. I could craft that, technically. I'm just waiting for a higher percent Disca to craft that. I think if I get like 75%, I'll craft it like in a heartbeat. If not, it's just gonna be like not crafted until I'm quote unquote done with this challenge. You know, the thing is, Ios, we have to farm Psycho Wand in Ruins. So I think that might happen. Yeah. I mean, not only a P1, but Chaos Bringer. Like, you know. Farm my spread needle up. Back when I played Guild Wars 2, engineers like weren't good at like the healing support at all. But I do agree that they were good for like the different types of damage. Conditional damage and raw damage or whatever. I can't think of might damage. There's like two different types of damage that people like always like wanted. I think it was like might and conditional. I think that's like what it was. Also, Ios, we got a another rare today. We got Sanj. I say it's Sanj. I think that sounds better. Although it is Japanese, so it's probably like Sanji or something like that. Yeah, that's probably something they added since I played the game. Or, well, since I played Engineer, I should say. So I don't remember them having Elixir Gun or Medkit, so... Not saying they didn't, I just don't remember it. laser. I should pick that up actually. Get out of here. I did stream Guild Wars too. I streamed a warrior from 1 to 80. That's quite a while ago. I don't think there's VODs of it. It's probably like before I was like doing VODs of everything. I had a feeling that's where you're going with that. No, as I kind of got like annoyed at the game because of like all like the random stuff that like they give you. That like you basically have to have like the wiki open. But like a lot of that stuff that they give you is like it's like anniversary stuff, you know? Or it's like currencies for specific events. And then like the other thing too is like there's so much stuff that like even like in like the base areas that I couldn't do because I didn't have like the mounts that everyone had. Like there's like this like racing thing that people kept like running around on a like little ball mount. Yo, level 158. There's 3 more ATP. We should be able to one-shot those, slimes now, consistently. Damn guilty lights, bro. Fucking 500 guilty lights. Yeah, it's like it's weird because like the game's obviously like a lot more sandbox than like something like World of Warcraft. But at the same time, I kind of wish they had like a better tutorial, like not like a direction or whatever, but like just teach me some stuff about the game before you throw me to the wolves, you know. Yeah, they did. Yeah, because Heart of Thorns was the glider. No, Path of Fire, that's like when I came back to the game. Because I played like a lot during Heart of Thorns. I played so I played like a lot like when the game originally came out. And then I played like a lot during Heart of Thorns, and I came back and played briefly from Path of Fire. They do have like a new player guidance system, but I don't think it's good enough. Like even like with like that new player guidance system, like a lot of like what I was doing was just like looking stuff up on the wiki, like how do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do this? You know? Or what is this for? I mean, like, you know, it's kind of like a thing, like when there's like an in-game command to like look at the wiki in the game, you know? And I'm not saying, like, it shouldn't be that way at all. I'm saying, like, it can definitely seem overwhelming for new characters or new players or returning players. I'm not gonna kill this guy. extra mobs we don't need to kill. I still like that game. It's got like a lot of good ideas. And it's like pretty obvious it has like a lot of good ideas because like dragon riding got stolen from that, you know. Like that is like straight up stolen from like Guild Wars 2. It's like the same exact system. So it's like you look at stuff like that gets like stolen and not like it's, you know, like a game like World of Warcraft isn't going to steal something if it's like a bad system, you know. They might like improve upon it, and I haven't done dragon riding enough, and I didn't do the Guild Wars 2 dragon riding. I didn't get there like long enough. Like I didn't get far enough like to be able to do that. So it's just like I can't say like which one's better or anything like that, or how they feel compared to each other. But like I do think like that game needs to be updated. Like it doesn't feel smooth like by today's standards. Like the combat system doesn't feel smooth by today's standards. The like graphically it's like definitely like falling like way back. Like it looks kind of like rough around the edges. I mean the game's like what, 15 years old? And it's like it's not a stylized like enough art system like something like World of Warcraft. Like where you can be like, oh no, it's fine that it's the graphics aren't updated because it's stylized, you know. Like it's like a slightly like more realistic version of something stylized. I know it's in the works, but like they need to focus on that heavier, in my opinion. And I don't know like what they're changing. Like obviously, like, if you played Guild Wars 1, Guild Wars 2 is a huge difference, like in gameplay and everything. Like Guild Wars 1 is more of a, I don't know how to describe it. Like it's almost like a D&D RPG. Like the way you craft your character with like the skills and everything, it's a lot more open-ended sandbox. Whereas Guild Wars 2 has like a more like refined class system. And like the combat system is wildly faster paced like in Guild Wars 2 compared to Guild Wars 1. But so I'm like curious like if they're gonna like make a big jump again like that, or just like kind of refine Guild Wars 2 and make it smoother, make it feel better. I mean, obviously like the mounts and everything is like a big mechanic change as opposed to even base game Guild Wars 2. So it's just like, do they like double down on that for like the expansion? I love Guild Wars 2 though. I think like the game has like a lot of like great mechanics and like it's unique enough like where it stands like on its own. Like a lot of mechanics sure like they're in like other MMOs, but like they were in Guild Wars 2 first. Dynamic events is another one. I'm like 95% positive that like dynamic events, like questing and all that stuff, were like a Guild Wars 2 invention, and now they're in every fucking like RPG. You know? Right, but like, the idea isn't to like to force me to play the game that you like want, right? The idea is like to expand the games I've played on stream, like to be more variety. Because I don't want to like get like stuck in a rut like where I'm like a WoW streamer playing WoW for 15 years and I don't play anything else ever on stream. That was like the whole idea behind that. It's like I don't want to play like as much as I love PSO. I don't want to play only PSO for 15 years on stream. I don't want to be only a PSO streamer. I don't want to be only a PSU streamer. Like that's like the idea behind it. The whole like there's an end there. So two things about that. One, there's an end in sight on this, okay? Like, sure, it's like 1,000 hours off or whatever, but there is an end to a Holy Grail challenge, okay? Secondly, a lot of the reason I'm doing this is because no one has ever completed this. If other people, like if Starve came back and he's just like, hey, guess what? I'm gonna finish off my Holy Grail run. And he gets like the last, what are the 6 items that he needed. I would abandon this, straight up. Like I'm not gonna sit there and like grind a Psycho Wand out and be second, you know? I actually can't say that because he's doing Oray and I'm doing Redria, so it is slightly different. But like, if this was a common thing that people did in PSO, I wouldn't have attempted it. Like I don't. It's not. And plus, like the idea too is I could come back to this. It's not going anywhere. Like if I try to beat like Elden Ring no hit, be like the world's first person to do Elden Ring no hit. More than likely someone like would have done it before me. Whereas like this, like, sure there's other people doing it, but like it's like a marathon, and so many people have came and tried to do it and quit. And plus I have like such like a lead at this point as like opposed to like someone like Ios or like Professor Psyduck on YouTube or like fucking Jock, I don't know how to pronounce that dude's name, Jock Rock, whatever, the French dude. Like that's like the idea behind this, it's not like and plus like a lot of the reason like I like doing this is just because it's like passes the time and like lets me like relax after work. I mean, I don't think you were ever around back when I was sitting there playing like Lords of the Fallen, but like, I'd come home and after like a long day at work, I'd play Lords of the Fallen and I'd tilt, like within like 10 minutes of playing the game, because it's not an easy game for one. It's like high stress, and I was already at a point like where I was like close to like, that mood anyways. Like I get that you want like, a streamer to like play Phantasy Star Universe like a lot with you, or like Guild Wars 2 like with you, but like it's not me. Sorry. This game is not my type of game, man. I said before you even had me play that, like, I'm not a huge fan of turn-based games. And that is a turn-based game. Why am I missing so much? And again, I told you before you redeemed that I'm not a huge fan of tower defense. Action RPG. I think it even says that like in my like Twitch description. I love action RPGs. The problem is like the action RPG genre is not like a very... It's not like a genre that like you have like a lot of like good games. You know, for like a long time, there's like a lot of like action RPGs coming out, but like very few of them were actually like worth their time. Like there's a reason that people have like, you know, like the Lord of the Rings PlayStation 2 games like heralded so high in their memory. It's not because the game is like necessarily a good game. Because spoiler alert, it's a decent game. It's not a good game. It's just because there's like nothing else like good at that time. Or like Skyrim. Like when Skyrim came out, there are very few games like Skyrim that came out, you know? I don't know, I also like kind of think like you're in the minority of like, you know, like looking at just like viewer numbers. Like when I play PSO, like viewership is a lot steadier than like if I'm playing like Gymcraft or Guild Wars 2 or WoW or anything like that. So like a lot of people clearly have like a spot in their heart for PSO. I've gotten the most exposure from PSO. I'm not saying that stuff like is like the only reason I'm streaming, but it's just like I said, I think you're just kind of like in the minority like when it comes to you not wanting me to play PSO. I get it though, man. I do. Cause like I watch Twitch too. Like one of my favorite streamers, Apper Kit Kat, she's been playing retail a lot. I do not like retail, like at all. And don't get me wrong, like I'll still watch her quite a bit because I've watched her for like 6 years now. And I think she's like an online friend at this point. So it's just like, but I'd much rather, you know, her play Season of Discovery or Classic or Hardcore or hell, even the Cataclysm over retail, but... is Zelda Echoes of Wisdom a action RPG or is it an action adventure game like the rest of the Zelda games? I actually did want to play that game though. I do love me some Zelda. How to, like, it's, I don't know how to describe it too, like, as much as like I want to be like a variety streamer, I also like understand that like being a variety streamer is like the hardest thing to do on Twitch. Because like, you look at like the variety streamers out there, how'd that hit me? I was like way over here. You know, it's a very like volatile thing like that. Like You get people like Andy Fuchsia, who are like widely popular, and gets paid like literally out of her mouth words. It's like $2,000 per hour, like for streaming like a sponsored game, or you get people, you know, that they get buried in the flood, you know, like when a new game comes out. Like when I was like streaming like Brighter Shores, like it was like literally like no viewers, you know, because like it wasn't just me, it was like all like the viewers like flocked to like 3 channels, you know. And like now, it's like if I stream Brighter Shores, like I probably get more viewers because like the quote unquote herd is gone. That's the other thing, like, the whole VTuber meta, like, I'm not about that life. That is not me. I don't like watching VTubers. I don't... A lot of those VTubing programs, too, they cost like $1,000 to get a model. Can you imagine someone like me who's like, you know, has made it in the 3 digits spending $1,000 on a VTuber model? I can't imagine that. I know cheaper ones out there, but that's the other thing too. I don't mind playing different games either. Like I enjoy it because like, you know, a lot of times like that, I can't think of the name of that game now. You may play this like PS2 game. I've never heard of that game before you had me play it. And I was like, the whole time I'm playing, I'm just like, man, if I would have played this when it came out, it would have probably blown my fucking mind, you know? So it's just like, that's like a lot of the reason too, like Gymcraft. I never played Gymcraft if you didn't recommend that. And now I think that Gymcraft game is... I have like a hard time thinking of a better tower defense game other than Dungeon Defenders 2. And the only reason I say Dungeon Defenders 2 is because there's like so many action RPG elements in Dungeon Defenders 2. So it's like... But I think pure tower defense, Gymcraft is better, you know? But I never would have played that. Like if... You know, I've seen that on Steam before. Like when I saw that you recommend that, I'm like, wait a second, I've seen this on Steam. I think it popped up like on the... I don't know if it was on the front page or on my recommendations, like what it was. So that's like another reason like I have that, you know? That's like the... Like, don't get me wrong, like, it would suck if someone's like, hey, you know, play fucking Black Ops 6 or whatever number they're on now. It would suck to spend $60 on the game that I don't care to play, but at the same point, like... No, I know it does. But at the end of the day, like, it's... Like, if you've played Dungeon Defenders 2, like, the way it plays is, like, more like an action RPG than, like, a tower defense game. I get there's, like, an RPG system and, like, levels in Gymcraft. I'm not saying there's not. It's just... Compared to, like, Dungeon Defenders 2, like, that plays... I'd have to, like, show a video of it if you've never played the game before. But you... Like, it... Before the round, you'll set up, like, towers and stuff, but then, like, you'll run around and, like, hit swords and stuff like that, you know? Like, hit stuff with your sword, or, like, shoot them with, like, a gun, or spells, or whatever. Like, the tower defense management is minimal, whereas, like, the stuff that you do, like, with your character, between, like... Yo! Jellin level 20. So we need Zonde 20 still. Rafoi 20. I think that's it. Oh, and Zalur 20. Also, Black Ops, I don't know what number they're on, 6? It's probably like a bad example too, because technically that game is on Xbox Game Pass, so I wouldn't have to spend $60 or whatever buying that, because I just download it on Game Pass, which I already have Game Pass. I don't know. Plus, like, when I don't know, when I play PSO and stream PSO, I feel like I'm like streaming to like the same like people over and over and over. Whereas if I stream like random games, it's like it's not like the PSO community anymore, which like I feel like I'm like kind of like a part of it at this point, like the PSO community. Like even though I haven't been here like as long as like Diley or Carl or Callie or Cloud. That's another reason like I don't really like mind streaming PSO at this point. And I mean, don't get me wrong, if I streamed PSU consistently, I'm sure I could, you know, join that community and or build that community. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen like anyone stream PSU other than I can't think of that guy's name now. I was actually just watching a guy stream PSU the other day, but he was like sitting there. He was like basically upset that like no one else is like playing the game. Aerial TPS. TPS. What is TPS? I don't know what that is. Yeah, starved it a few times. I've seen people stream it, but it's like a one-off stream. It's like no one's like streaming it like full time like people do like PSO. I think it's got like a third-person shooter. Does it have leveling in it? I think like PSU has like a fan base. I don't think it's like as big of a fan base as like PSO, and I don't think it's as dedicated as a fan base either. A lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, I used to play this game." You know, that's like that's PSU in a nutshell. But then like they're like, I kind of want to like play this game again. It's not. I live pre PSO, you know. Like PSO fans are dedicated, man. Like you ever go like on like the Phantasy Star Online 2 like Facebook page? Like they'll sit there and post, be like, hey, like we had this new feature in Phantasy Star Online 2. A lot of the comments will just be like, hey, what are you doing? Play or re-release Phantasy Star Online. You know, where's episode 5 at? Or whatever. Like, you don't get that from, like, PSU fans. And plus, like, the weirdest thing about, like, PSU to me is, like, aside from, like, the console that it's on, Phantasy Star Portable 2, Infinity, is a vastly superior game to PSU in almost every single way. I mean, you say that, but I've played MMOs before that don't have levels in it. I was rather to update my stream title again. Come here so I can cleave you down. Yeah, MMOs, not MMORPGs. They exist out there. I can't remember the name of the game. There's a game that was like a lot like RuneScape, like where you like Valheim is based like an MMO that doesn't have levels. Like it has like a gear upgrade system, which is like akin to levels, you know? And like, yeah, you can have servers of Valheim with up to like 64 people, I think it is. And I'd consider that an MMO. Or there's like those, what is that game? There's this like PvE, PvP game where you like sat there and like farmed up like loot, but it like played like Skyrim or whatever. But like it reset, like it was like a battle royale game basically. There's no levels in that, but like, you know, it plays like the same way. Yo, where'd this go? I don't know, I thought about like either making like a second category too. I don't know. It's like a lot of the problem, like, you know, my gaming time is like limited. If I was a full-time streamer, I think like a lot of it like would be different. Cause like, you know, if I like am like, oh yeah, I'll play this game until I beat it or whatever. Like one, like a lot of games like you can't beat, like MMOs. There's like no quote unquote beating in a lot of MMOs, but also like, you know, if I dedicate 20 hours to beating a game, like that's basically all I'm gonna stream like some weeks. Some weeks I've streamed like 20 hours, that's it. So it's like, it feels weird to be like, oh yeah, I'll have a variation of you choose the game, like where I beat the game. You beat the... There you go, there's a title for you, you beat the game. But at the same time, like, I would love that for like, retro games. Nintendo, Sega, SNES. That's the other thing too, that a lot of MMOs I don't like because of PvP. I mean, hell, that's like the whole reason I don't like shooting games anymore, is because shooting games are basically solely PvP now. There was a game that I played growing up called Global Agenda. That was a shooting game, but it wasn't PvP. It was PvE shooting game. It was really weird. There was like this sniper class. Like the sniper class was a healer, and you shot people to heal them. That's really cool. Game did not age well though. I tried playing it like, what, like 5 years ago, 10 years ago. I was like, this is pretty jank. It was cool though. Forsaken 64. I haven't heard that game in so long. Forsaken 64. Is that the game I'm thinking of? It's like Like Quake, almost. I don't think I've ever heard of Geist. I feel like I used to play Forsaken growing up. Look at the damage. Forsaken 64 is a better Star Fox. Lets you need to. Okay, one, there's no such thing as a better Star Fox. Star Fox is peak, okay? Two, that does sound kind of cool. Dude, all these have no freaking stats on them, man. I'm never gonna get a 75% hit discount. I don't think I've ever heard of that game. You know, I just realized, ever since we got that level 158, I've one-shot every single one of those slimes. I can't open up Steam like while I'm streaming Dolphin, because it'll break my controller. For whatever reason, like there's a bug. Which I think they fixed it, like now if you... I'm gonna get hit with Megan. No! That's close. I think they fixed it now that if you close like Steam, like it works again, but like I don't want to risk that. I probably will pull up YouTube though after this run to check those games out. Games with the same name? That's illegal. Speaking of illegal, I have to bring this up because it's like the most absurd thing I found out. As many of you know, Nintendo is suing the creators of Palworld for patent infringement. I found out that the patent that they're suing Palworld for, they filed after Palworld came out. Which I think is just absurdly shitty. I don't think it should be. Definitely not when it's a common name or common like word like geese. Because there's only so many words like in the English language. Like Pokemon, you know, for example, I could see, you know, they're like, okay, no other games can be named Pokemon because they made up that name, you know, specifically for that game. Or Pal World. You know. I guess technically Pal World is, 2 words combined into one. But my point is, like, you can't copyright or trademark a word in the English dictionary. So therefore, like, saying like it should be illegal for 2 games to have the same name, it's kind of absurd. And you know, movies, there's like a reason like movies like have the year after a movie came out. Like a lot of times like in the title or like a review or something like that. Because like Joyride, for example, I watched the movie Joyride the other day. The 2023 version, and when I like went to like type this in like Letterboxd, there's like 50 Joyrides. Cause like Joyrides, you know, it's a pretty common, you know, phrase. Like I'm gonna go on a joyride, so let's take a joyride. You know, it's just. I mean, technically, like, if you want to be like mad about that movie Joyride, you'd be mad. I didn't mean to fucking put the loudest game. If you want to be mad about Joyride, you should be mad that like the movie's not actually about a joyride. So like a trip, sure, but not like a joyride. Like when I think joyride, I think like driving around the car, you know. That is so fucking true, Kite. I mean, Sega's the same way. Sonic Mania, that was a fan game. They're like, fuck yeah, we'll publish this. Like, this is the best Sonic game in years. Like, because that was like, you know, they kept making like Sonic Colors and like all those stupid games that like no one wanted. Like there's that Shadow game like where he ran around with a gun. I said, what are you doing, guys? This isn't Sonic. And this guy's just like, you know what? I'm gonna make a Sonic game in the style of Sonic 3 for Sega Genesis. And he did, and it was amazing. I like platformers. I haven't like really played them like much like recently. I played that what was it, Only Up for like a little bit, but one, that game's jank as hell, and two, like the gimmick of that game is that like when you miss a jump, you like lose all your progression. So not fun, and not fun. When I say jank, is like there was like literally a mechanic in that game, like where if you jumped into a ledge, there was a possibility that your character would not grab that ledge. That was the mechanic built into that game. It's just like, that is terrible game design. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoy platformers. The problem with platformers is like a lot of times like, you can tell like right away. Like when I say like right away, I mean like within like the first like 10 minutes if the platform is going to be good. because like it's all about like the way like how responsive the controls are and how it feels. It's like to move around and to platform as the character. And then on top of that, the rest of it's just a difficulty curve. And even games like Celeste, which are like like oh my god, Celeste is amazing. They had to like release like a patch basically to come out with content that was like considered difficult, So like 95% of the game is too easy. Then you get to this like last mission, this patched mission, DLC mission, whatever you call it. Then it's like actually like a decent, proper challenge for people who are good at the game. And some games like they never get to that point. Like they're just too easy like the whole way through. Like I want to say it's Ray Gun. That doesn't sound right though. Raymond, maybe. I can't think of the name. There's a platformer game, but like they're too easy. Like there's like zero challenge. Like they're fun, but like they never get to that point like where you have like a hard time playing it. That Hat in Time game was feeling like that to begin with. I don't know if it ever got to that point like where it gets like challenging, because I've seen like videos of like stuff further in the game and it looks challenging. So, but like the first like 2-3 hours I played that game, like it was not challenging like at all. Slime. I'm glad that I have use of like my Lavas cannon, even if it is just to kill slimes. Zelda Chaos of Wisdom or Gymcraft? Probably Zelda, if I had to pick one. Only because I haven't played as... No, it's Echo. It's Chaos. Like Chow. Chows of Wisdom. There better be Chows in the game. Flip. Poop. Open sesame. Oh wait. Another wave. That's too premature. Now it opens. Alright. First things first. Bring this up. Bring this up. East. GameCube. East. GameCube. I don't want to watch this. Also need to take my... 1 second. Also need to take my... 1 second. I need a mute. Open sound setting. Oh, that's not what I meant. I need a mute. Open sound. Wait, have I been echoing this whole time? Surely not, right? Anyways. I don't think it works like that. What? This feels like an FPS. There's a lot of running in this game and not much shooting. Is this like a puzzle game? This looks like more like BioShock than anything else to me. Like the amount of puzzles in it. I like how you're trying to trick me though. Forsaken 64. I'm pretty sure I played this game. I've 100% played this game. Yeah, I've played this game. I don't remember this box art though for this. I definitely played this game. What was the other game you talked? You said there's another game that you mentioned. No, I looked up Geist. See. No, this game looks like BioShock to me. I've never played this before though. It looks alright. I'm sure it's probably good at its time. What? No, that MMO they keep mentioning. You've mentioned it quite a few times now. Dream of Mirror Online. There it is. Worst. Oh, never mind. It's Josh Hayes. He says that.
I ask the careers advisor about career advice, and he tells me to go and talk to the careers advisor. Mate, you are the careers advisor. I'm talking to you now. Whoever wrote this game is stupid. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I'm Josh Hayes. I've spent years playing the best MMO. Why is all the text in this game so tiny and grainy, but the combat numbers and the miss graphics in fighting look like early 90s subway graffiti? Finally get 20 from walking off this edge into the main street. You have to run back round and leave by only the flattest of surfaces. That is awful. You should be ashamed of putting that in your game. The shop interface sucks too. Not because of how it looks, but because of how it mechanically works. Buying and selling is done from sends me to the ironmonger to turn all of these fragments into one red powder. They do this very quickly, then I return and show worker. I wouldn't mind it if the scenery wasn't so damn bland and looked like it was made in paint. Then I'm kicked off the server. Oh, why? The server is shutting down. Wait, what? I checked the game's websites for any announcements. Now, I'm not saying this game is abandoned, but the last official latest update is from 2018. And the mirrors didn't seem to come into play much. Honestly, it's just another cheap, unpolished Chinese MMO. The font's awful, the localization text isn't great, a few bugs here and there. It's got some stable-ish systems, but nothing to write home about. It's probably fine for a kid, although saying that, the red lust lines are pretty creepy. It's not action, it's not full tactics, it's not craft heavy, it's not really plot driven, and it's not a Pokemon clone. It doesn't really know what it is or what it wants to be. It feels like it's still kind of finding its feet, which is why the final rating for Dream of Mirror Online is go and speak to a careers advisor out of 10.
This game doesn't look that bad.
Because of some negative energy. find anyone willing to help or talk.
Definitely looks like it's dated quite a bit, but 15 years old. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. That was the one on Steam? No, look, it's GameCube. It says GameCube. Unless you're talking about this one. This looks like the same game. Yeah.
Collecting these will increase your map towards the end of the game, just to name a few. Now, if you noticed, I've stated you can possess living things, which takes several steps to terrify him, but when you do, you need to use rat poison to make food that'll take out all the guards waiting for a meal, which clears a path for you later. This is something I feel would have most likely been in a Hitman game. It's a really cool mechanic, and for its time, was very original. Now, when using firearms in the game, you will have infinite ammo, but will need to still reload in between clips. Occasionally, some weapons have an alternate fire mode like grenades, which
A better
However, you won't be just fighting against
thing to compare this to
at
would be like Deus
not a
Ex.
spoiler, there are monsters you will go up against as well. There are some smaller bug-like creatures that spit fire at you, while there will be larger monsters that go invisible and can only be hit once they're visible. The game actually does a decent job of changing up the types of enemies you will face off against as you progress further into the story. Additionally, the game has several boss fights that do a great job of breaking up the gameplay. And the bosses aren't just fire away and dwindle their health down. You will need to find their weak spots before doing damage to them. I really enjoyed the boss fights here, especially this one against two stone golems and this creature that rolls around.
Dude, that guy has so much HP. What the Oh, okay, never mind. No, you don't play as a ghost. I'm saying like, but he's like sitting there talking about like poisoning guys like back here, like right here, putting poison in. Like there's stuff like that in Deus.
This is something I feel would have most likely been in a Hitman game. It's a really cool mechanic, and for its time, was very original.
Like there's like multiple ways to tackle like, you know, different stuff is what I was like getting at when I said that. It's not just about it's not just about like, you know, going in guns a-blazing and shooting guys. Like there's stealth stuff, there's hacking and puzzle stuff like that. Different ways like to tackle different issues. I'll be right back in a couple minutes. I'm gonna go use the restroom and get some water. I was gonna play an ad too, but it's clearly on cooldown or something. It's not letting me play an ad. I was gonna play an ad too, but why? Clearly on cooldown. Why does it keep doing that? It's like unmuting my tab for some reason. I'm back. I'm back. Really? The only thing I can think of is like when I click my Opera browser, is that it's like unmuting it because it's like coming back to the forefront screen, you know? That's the only thing I can think of. I don't know. I can't get to replicate it. Also, I need to update my stream title, because I'm trying to do that. As stuff happens, levels and drops and whatnot. Oops, that's not it. But yeah, Kai, it's up to you. You know, it says pretty explicitly on that point redeem that the game must include leveling. So if you want me to play Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, knowing that, you know, you'll go back in the doghouse, that's up to you. But also, you originally, you know, recommended a game that does, well, I assume include leveling. The previous one does. It's up to you. I can't make that choice for you. Another guilty light, bro. What is with these fucking weapons? I'm like cursed to have like a million guilty... Red Slicer? You son of a bitch. Of course the fucking thing that I want Photon drops me, but not the thing that I don't want. Two red boxes in the first room's kind of nutty, though. But did you, though? Did you try to give me an option? It kind of sounds like you're trying to circumvent the rules. And really, you know, you have the option of having me play Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. It's just a lot more points than Gymcraft. God, the red boxes are so bright. I miss when these guys used to just poison me, man. The whole Megan mechanic I don't like. I can't make that choice for you, Kite. Really? You froze me through the other mob? And speaking of Zelda, like, not really Zelda, but like Nintendo games that have came out recently, that new Mario game is like the first Mario game I've ever seen get like not good reviews for a Mario game. It's kind of like weird to me. And I haven't played it or anything like that. I just like I've like watched like a gameplay video on it. I don't know. I like Mario. I don't like Mario as much as like a lot of people like Mario though. Like Mario has like some diehard fans. It's not getting bad reviews, it's just getting like middle of the pack reviews. Like below average, I'd say. Is that all it is? Is like they're just bored? It's not like... The reviews I read were like more negative than like... than just bored. Sitting there like insulting the writing and like whatnot. I don't know. I played like Mario Odyssey. I thought the game was like good. I like don't think it's as good as like Galaxy, which I think is like one of like the better Mario games like ever. Like Sunshine's good. I think Galaxy's better than Sunshine personally, but you know, pretty close. My stomach's kind of going crazy. I really just want Wilds to come out, or Ashes of Creation. god, another guilty light, bro. No, that's like the first time I haven't one-shot those guys since I leveled up. Bonk. I just realized I'll have to keep testing it. But the Demo Comet has 25% beast on it, right? Something might actually do more damage than that Lava's Cannon. I don't know, like the actual... Like, watch. Be 29, right? So I think the Demo Comet actually does more than Lava's Cannon does. Is pretty disappointing, honestly. That means there's like zero reason to use that. Yo, thanks for the alert, Ios. Oh my god. Guilty light, stop. Please. Oh, phone turned it up. It's a really bad spot for my thing to run out, but split. Another photon drop, lol. I'm gonna call it here. This is part 2 of my stream for a day, so I've been playing for like 6 hours a day or so. We got like an item, we got a level. I'd say it's a pretty good stream overall. But yeah. See if there's someone to raid. It keeps trying to get me to raid this guy over and over. I don't really see anyone to raid. So I'm just gonna end stream. Thanks for being here, guys. I appreciate you. If you're still here, lurking, whatever you're doing, appreciate you guys. I'll try to be on tomorrow. All like the construction around my work route has been fixed. It's done. So like all my days have been a lot quicker. But if not, Thursday, Friday, my days off, I'll be here for sure those days.